This is the final view of the inside of the Motorola. As you can see, I fitted every part back into the cabinet, or rather onto the front of the cabinet. And well, the first thing I did differently was installing the antenna rod, in a slightly different way. Instead of using this, albeit original, cardboard holder, which was fitted originally like this under the speaker to keep the rod in place, I instead used a very simple solution, which is to use a piece of black tape to hold it in place. It's much more soberer, and it will do just as well a job as this ugly and, well, not very effective cardboard holder. I won't throw it away. I'm keeping all the original parts, even the bad ones, of this radio. So if I ever give away the radio or sell it or leave it to somebody, well, then at least all the original parts, even the bad ones, are included, so that they can get a good idea of how the radio was built originally and which small changes I made to it. Another thing I did was to mount the speaker, but instead of using very ugly, destructive and difficult to detach clips like these are metal clips which originally fitted over these studs, I used a rather expedient method, which is to use nylon binders, small black binders, which I cut off right at the edge of the speaker, and I tightened them as hard as I could. It does the job as well as these metal clips without being so destructive. And if ever the speaker needs to be taken out again, well, a simple cut on the binder will break it open and release the speaker. What else did I do? Oh yes, originally I think there were parts here, a kind of clip, which held probably the chassis to the front of the radio. Now, instead of using plastic or ugly metal things to hold it back to the cabinet front, or to hold it onto the cabinet front, I made with gold-plated wire these two cute little holders, which are a little bit bent, like you can see, and they function a little bit like hooks which retain the chassis like this onto the front of the cabinet. And it seems to work quite well. The chassis doesn't move at all, doesn't budge at all, and it really looks neat and clean. Okay, what else did I do? Oh yes, I built in, as you can see, the fuse holder, and I connected it up, like I said in one of the previous updates, to the chassis. And as you can see, I picked the spot rather carefully so as not to obstruct the speaker or any other part for that matter. And it fits really nicely. I could have taken a larger size fuse holder, but that would have been overkill. And in any case, I think this fuse will do nicely. Just in case you are thinking or wondering about what type of fuse I used a 100 milliamp slow blow fuse. and that's plenty for this radio because it uses very little current. So there it is. So I refitted all the tubes in their sockets, and what I intend to do now is to reassemble, or rather to join the two halves of the radio. I mean by that putting the back of the radio back onto the front of it, so this is the back of the cabinet. I didn't do anything particular to it, and my intention is not immediately to do anything to it. I might give a try at cleaning it perhaps, but then again maybe not, because it looks, they tried to give it a wood look, but I think that's very hard to replicate, so I don't think I'm going to touch it in any sort of appreciable matter, or manner, or whatever. I might repaint the inside black, a satin black, but I want to close the Motorola project for now, and I think restoring or bringing it back to its original color and finish might be another project somewhere in the future. Actually, I don't know whether I should do it or not. So I leave it up to you guys to give me an idea whether I should restore the radio to its original look, or if this look is sufficient. Also, to finish off the video, this is the front of the radio, and it looks really cute. I like it. It looks like one of those 50s cars with big grills and big bumpers and really big lights, front lights. I like it. It's a nice look. So that's it, and I'll show you a very last update while the radio plays something live. Alright, so that's it for now.